Why is this happening to Diddy? Well, did he stop being protected? Like what ends up happening with the Weinsteins and the Epsteins and the Diddys? Like what's going on? My instinct, Liz, and I'm no expert, but is that they're doing a mop-up operation. They put James Comey's daughter over it. She's apparently bombing at this trial, and they're not really like sticking. Nothing's really sticking, and they're able to like almost sanitize these charges against him and let him off, maybe with like a slap on the wrist. But what do I know, right? Why did this happen? About a year ago, the raids on Diddy started happening. Why?
So, okay. Historically, when we've seen high-profile people, celebrities fall, R. Kelly would be one example. Harvey Weinstein would be another example. A lot of people believe that they use certain people in Hollywood as sacrificial lambs to protect the bigger fish. And I strongly believe, specifically with R. Kelly, that that's what they did to him. So what R. Kelly did was horrific. He was abusing women. He was trafficking women. He was raping women. He's a monster. But he was very good friends with Jay-Z. Now, there's evidence that Jay-Z was behind his fall because Jay-Z has funded a woman that was behind the series that exposed R. Kelly, Surviving R. Kelly. He was funding that. So I do believe that some of these celebrities will throw another celebrity, including their friends, under the bus to protect themselves. Now, in terms of Diddy, I do believe that what Diddy's pals and, his co-conspirators, I do believe their intention is for him to be another sacrificial lamb, such as Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly. With that being said, I do know that there are a lot of good guys that are working in law enforcement and are in the judicial system, in the FBI, in the NYPD, and I do believe that those two forces are at odds. I don't think that Diddy is going to be a one and done. I do not think that he's going to be a sacrificial lamb. I believe that's the intention. I don't believe that's going to be the outcome. And here's why. There's been, I think, over 70 lawsuits, civil lawsuits that have been filed against Diddy. And one of the most explosive ones was filed by Lil Rod. Okay. In many of these lawsuits, there has been evidence included that has implicated other high-profile celebrities in crimes. And so since there's been so much exposure, especially through these lawsuits, and in addition to that, during Diddy's criminal trial just this week alone, we've heard many names get mentioned. So I think as much as they will try to make Diddy the sacrificial lamb and try to get everyone else off the hook, I think that the public is too awake. I think, Trump's back in office. We have Cash as the head of the FBI. They are making combating child sex trafficking a priority. President Trump's team, they are going after and deporting the lower level sex traffickers, the gang members, the cartel members, the MS-13 members. And people have to understand these are the kinds of people who worked for Diddy. Diddy's ring was massive. The lower level people that are actually trafficking the children in rings such as, or I should say allegedly, rings allegedly such as Diddy's and Jeffrey Epstein's, the people that were on the ground doing the trafficking, those were the MS-13 members, the cartel members. These are the foot soldiers for the deep state. Well, what is President Trump's administration doing? They are getting rid of the lower hanging fruit. They are deporting them. They are arresting them. And I'm sure many of them are talking. And when you have a RICO case and when you take down a huge criminal enterprise, you have to start at the bottom. You have to start at the lower hanging fruit, which I see happening right now. And then you work your way up to the top to the bigger fish. As we all know, Biden's administration was involved in trafficking migrant children. We have hundreds of thousands of missing migrant children. We have whistleblowers who've come forward and said that it was Biden's Homeland Security and Health and Human Services that was knowingly trafficking children. And a lot of these children were put on private jets, which was reported years ago, including by the mainstream media. They were put on private jets that were off the books, by the way. They're totally off the books in the middle of the night. Some of these private jets were flying to very wealthy areas where elites live. Now put 2 and 2 together with that. So we know the Biden administration used the government, our taxpayer dollars, to traffic children. We know that Diddy allegedly is involved in sex trafficking. And we know that these high profile Democrats are close with people like Diddy. So it's like, it's very easy to connect the dots here to see what's going on. Diddy's ring is much bigger than people realize. I do believe it was massive. I know it was linked to Jeffrey Epstein's ring as well. I do believe it involved intelligence agencies. I do believe that, well, I know Diddy was tied to the CIA, the feds, and, you know, people like Diddy, Jay-Z, they have everyone in their back pocket. These people, they will pay off judges, they will pay off police officers, they will pay off coroners to list a death that was obviously a murder as a natural cause. Look at the footage from the Intercontinental Hotel where Diddy beat the crap out of Cassie. Everyone has seen that video. He did it in a hallway there. It's not like it happened in his private hotel room. He beat the crap out of her in a hallway there. They showed photos in court this week of the mess that was left after that. He threw a vase at her. I mean, it was a complete disaster. There had to have been several people at that hotel who were employees of that hotel who either saw the tape and or were involved in the cleanup of that situation, because it was the hotel staff that had to clean up that mess, right? So that's several people that knew Diddy beat the crap out of Cassie, who did not go to cops, who did not go public, who did not go to the media. They all stayed quiet. Now, why would they stay quiet? Because people like Diddy will pay all these people off. And unfortunately, most people take money.